nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
This is the Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Oakland Raiders. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Quick the edge. Come through.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Carr to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Ready. 70, Indy. 5.
Jones on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Davis, 76 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And an alley to run. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Monday, down. New 80. Hey, later, 2. What's up?
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, that's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
What down? 950. Me and you all day.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A big 30-yard play on third. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 4-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Down. 185. Hey, 734. We taking win.
To throw, it's Carr. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that. 552.
From the gun, Jones. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 20. 25-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously.
And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Corey Davis, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance. To return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Man, I got you.
Now Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll have a first down past the 40. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated.
It's a foot race. The 30. 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. T.J. Logan, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll run on 1st down. Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Into heavy traffic, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Set, 8, read. Bring it. Bring it. Protein spill. We got that one. Hey, you. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 27-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
64. Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shoot.
On 1st down. It's Logan, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Alpha.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On play action, now Carr. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Collins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Exit. Watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come down.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Jones looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
Ready. Mike 54. Exit. Hey, team 6. Team 6. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, Delta.
Now Jones. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Come on, D. Hey, echo.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Check back. Mike 56. Mike 56. Let go.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Silver.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
I got you. I got you.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Here's Gaskin, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Hey, Charlie.
Now Jones on 3rd down. And he finds Stills complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
This is Gaskin on the carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
The 30-yard line.
On the set, X3, 218, chopper. 54, watch the screen. Hey, orbit. Watch the screen. Mike's 54.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
24 is the mic. Check.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Swift 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Collins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now on 2nd and 13, Jones, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. That's another great play to come away with the football.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Carr now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in the East Bay. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. And he'll find Moreau here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On play action, it's Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the foot.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Monday, down. You ready?
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down. You wide 8-8.
98 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Purdue.
The screen. Check 24.
734.
Carr. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
70, Indy. Hey, Delta.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Down.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Jones throwing on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, where they about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
Yeah, and knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
The throw complete here to Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. And some space here. 20. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
4 down, 4 down.
Bravo.
24 is the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw again, Jones. It's complete. Stills. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
24 is the mic. Go. 24 is the mic. Target, 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 target. Go.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Read it well, and it's picked. Stills the intended target. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. To try again after the sack. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing Jones. Looking for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.